I think after 20 years working for so many organizations, working with couples and families, I've decided to go out on my own and actually specialize in specifically working with people who've just broken up or finished a divorce. As a therapist, you do over time get trained, and you do have to have a few modalities, because I find working with the men that I predominantly are my clients, they want really pragmatic, to the point. They don't want to do the talk therapy stuff, so they'll respond really well to EMDR. And you'll know it as something like, you're doing your eye movement, you might be doing tapping, whereas for the female clients, predominantly they prefer the talk therapy. So you might be very structured in your goal setting, your outcomes. Even though I've been a clinician practitioner for 20 years, it's really in the last 10 years when I fell into the mental health space. And then I had that first client that experienced domestic family violence. And I just remember failing that client so badly. Like, I didn't know what to do. She was talking about being stalked and the emotional distress. And, as a clinician, that case stayed with me longer than I can remember. Even now I'm talking to you about it. So I think from there, that's the fascination for me in post-separation. If there's children involved, I think couples really mean well. Both don't want to hurt their children and want to help navigate through that process, yet they will always do something, and the children will always get caught in the crossfire unintentionally. I always think back to that beautiful couple that actually organized a counseling session to announce to their two boys before school holiday started that they're separating. So then once I got involved, it was such a beautiful process, and you kind of question, why are you two splitting? What you're doing for your children is absolutely beautiful. And you're both like amicable and agreeable to that. So why are we splitting it? That's what they wanted. So I think the kind of the touch point is someone will always get hurt in the process. There's going to be highs of emotions. People are going to make poor decisions as well. And it's always going to cost a lot. I think in couples therapy, we talk about spend that little bit of money on that kind of, whether it be mediation, that counseling, before you go for the full divorce. Because once you're in court, you're spending up to $50,000. I know couples that's divorced that's spent in legal fees alone $1 million just to get just to get one up on the other person. So divorce is messy, it's expensive, it's ugly. And I just think there's a place for post-separation work around that. It's so wild to think that I think advice from families and friends is actually the biggest mistake, and the most costly as well. Surprisingly, families and friends mean well. Absolutely, you know that if a friend came up and broken relationship, but they can't handle the emotional pain you're going through, because your friends will always agree with you. Your family will always be on your side, and so they will always say the worst possible outcome for the opposing person. So that's probably my big standout one as well. I think choosing your lawyers is always a tricky one as well. Finding the right one. And people rush to do that. I always say get 3 quotes and then, pick one, rather than just go for the first lawyer that gives you an appointment.